What's up, ladies and genitalia? Cruiser Bruiser here, back at you with another video. As you can tell, it's same old scenery as usual. But yeah, we're heading into Fort Oglethorpe. Gonna go to Panera Bread. Gonna go get that fancy soup. I'm not a huge fan of Panera Bread, but the wife is, so we go there every now and then. We don't eat there often just because it's expensive and it's really not worth it, but she likes it, so. I prefer McAllister's just because it's cheaper and the food tastes just as good. The only real difference is like the little chunks of bread they give you when you get soup and stuff like that at Panera are obviously better. But I mean, that's, hell, it's not so much better to where I'd spend almost twice as much. It's really not worth it. But as you can tell, I got my handlebar camera going right now. Got my Hero 3 Plus. It's recording on the handlebar, so we're trying a little bit of something different. Got my new helmet on. I will do a review on it, or not really a review, but I'll show you the helmet I got. And after wearing it for a while, I'll do a review on it. I can go ahead and say now it is kind of loud. That's the Sedici Sistema 2, which is a modular helmet. I have the GoPro mounted on the right side of my chin right now. I don't know if you can really see in the mirror how it's really done. But I ordered a chin mount from chinmounts.com because I like to have my camera right in the middle of my chin, just because it's easier. You don't have as many links, you know, you don't have to really build your fucking erector set and all that kind of shit. And I don't know why I told you guys to look in the mirror to see it. I have a front-facing camera now. I forgot. Ignore me, I'm a fucking idiot. So look at the front-facing camera. You can see how this camera's mounted in my head. But yeah, I got a chin mount from chinmounts.com. It should have a video for it probably before this even comes out. I'm gonna do the install and everything today when I get home. We're gonna go get something to eat, and then we're gonna go let her ride around the parking lot, get some more practice in, and yeah. So yeah, this is basically the inaugural run with the new helmet, the new sound. I have been using the newer microphones, but I did try this boom mic. There's basically it's made for like cell phones and stuff like that. It's a little boom mic. I'll post a link in the description for it as well if you want to check it out. But I did start using it just to see if it's any different of a sound. I've been using the newer little lapel mics forever. Figured I might as well try a little bit of something different just to see what happens. Usually I'm a big fan of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I figured I'd try something else. We'll see what happens. I will say one thing about this helmet is it's definitely heavier than what I'm used to wearing, because obviously I'm used to wearing a Gringo S, which is very freaking light because there's nothing to it. It's literally just the shell and a visor. My glasses keep getting all crooked. But the reason I got this one is because it's one of the few helmets that I could actually wear glasses with, and it's modular, so that's one reason it's heavier, is because it's modular. For two, it's probably not as heavy as I think it is, just because I'm used to such a light helmet, so it just feels much heavier to me. I do notice my neck is already starting to get a little bit sore, but I mean, that's just something, like I said, you know, I'm used to a much lighter helmet, so this definitely is going to feel a little bit different at first. And I just realized I'm kind of speeding right now. This is not the place you want to be speeding, because this is a this is a federal ticket. It's federal court if shit happens here. So yeah, let me slow down just a tad. Everyone's going like 50, the speed limit's 30. Yeah, in this area you go to jail for that shit. It's not just like, hey, slow her down. It's either you get like a very, very hefty, like $1,000 ticket or more, or you go to jail. So yeah, you gotta be careful around here, in this area out here. Ugh. But yeah, look for a chin mount video that I'm going to be doing. You know, like I said, it's probably going to come out before this video does. So you'll probably see it before you even see this video, because the install video won't take me but, you know, maybe with camera setup and all that kind of stuff. I did get an accessory pack with some like tripods and things like that, and the lights are in the garage now, so I can actually do some more like, you know, install type videos and stuff. So, but it'll take a little longer than a normal video because obviously I got to set all that shit up and make sure I get everything done right, get good angles and all that kind of shit. I wanted to make, you know, I want to make it look good for you guys. I'm gonna try to at least. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I know I keep repeating myself. But yeah, that should be out soon. You'll probably see that before you see this though. So yeah guys, I started a TikTok for my Cruiser Bruiser. I have my own TikTok as well. It's just, if you want to follow it, it's No Soup For You 83. My TikTok for Cruiser Bruiser is just Cruiser Bruiser. If you want to, you know, check that out, give me a follow on the old tiki-taki there, and watch me do my dumb antics. And essentially, I mean, it's me just riding a motorcycle. I got 2 videos up as of now, and all they are is old videos where I had my phone filming and I just added music on it. So but yeah, you'll see on my Cruiser Bruiser TikTok that I have the videos that are on there. Actually, they say TikTok No Soup For You 83 because I posted them to my personal page first before I put them on my, or before I even get the Cruiser Bruiser TikTok started. So yeah, if you see that, that's why. Oh shit, this helmet's hurting my neck. It's starting to get cricked. I can tell this is not going to be a very good long distance helmet, which you would think it would be because I mean it's a modular, it's made for touring. It's probably just a seating position on this bike. I'm leaning forward, all that shit. So we'll see. I'm gonna continue to wear it until I break it in and get used to it and see what happens. Who knows, it might get more comfortable later on. So yeah, we're gonna pull our asses in here to old Panera Bread, eat like fancy people for the day, I guess. That's one thing we got to get on this bike, besides obviously a seat, but the exhaust. It sounds like freaking George Jetson over here. And I don't know why this bike, I mean, I said this in at least part of my video I recorded, but I never actually edited the part into it, when I was basically complaining about how it doesn't have it does not have god damn it, I can't fucking talk. It does not have self-canceling turn signals. That's the word I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. But for a 2023 motorcycle to not have self-canceling turn signals, yeah, come on Honda. You can do better than that. Alright, ladies and genitalia. We are heading, somebody spray painted AC8B on the ground. We're heading towards the high school to let her do some practice riding on this thing. And I guess I'll just talk to you guys along the way, just ramble on about random shit. Where the hell is she going? Why is she fucking flying? But anyway, as I was saying, we're gonna head out here to the high school, let her do some riding around and get some practice in. She was gonna go yesterday to do her permit test, her written test, but she didn't get up in time, so she wasn't able to do that. But it's not even necessarily that she didn't get up in time, she just like stayed awake way too long, stayed up too late, and then obviously didn't get up in time to go do it. Yeah, I figure while we're riding out through here, heading to the school to do some practicing, figured I'd talk to you guys about some of your favorite bands. Like what are some of your favorite bands? Like what's bands that you've seen live, bands that you want to see live that you haven't gotten to see yet, and just overall like what your taste in music is. Myself, I listen to a little bit of everything, and I know a lot when a lot of people say, you know, I listen to a lot of everything. You know, a lot of the times they don't really mean they listen to a lot of everything. They might have 2 or 3 like genres that they listen to regularly, but nah, I listen to pretty much every fucking thing. Like anything from country, like mostly outlaw country. I don't like any of the new radio country just because it's, I don't know, it's not my thing. That's pop, which I do listen to pop, just not pop country. What the fuck's going on here? Okay, I thought somebody was on the freaking road on their knees, but it was a dog sitting. I thought it was a person knelt down. I was like, somebody's about to get executed. But yeah, I guess she's training her German Shepherd. But yeah, what are some of what are some of you guys' music genres that you listen to regularly? You know, like I was saying, I listen to a lot of outlaw country. I listen to a lot of pop music. I mean, I listen to almost everything, like classical, whatever I'm in the mood for, I'll listen to. The majority of the time, I stick with just like metal. Like, it just depends on what type of metal I feel like listening to at the time. You know, a lot of times it's thrash metal, a lot of times it's deathcore, things like that. So I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything. You know, as I stated before, Goers is one of my favorite bands of all time. It's like Goers, and of course Slayer. I mean, I've seen Slayer multiple times. I haven't listened to them a lot recently just because their newer stuff after Jeff died and Dave left the band, I just really stopped listening to them all that much. So I listen to a lot of their older stuff. I mean, I've seen them like 4 times, I believe, and that was when Dave was still with them and Jeff was still alive. So I've seen the original Slayer several times, and it was a great show every single time I've seen them. But I mean, other than that, like Goers, Slayer, Necrogoblicon, love Necrogoblicon. There's a few bands recently that I didn't really know much about until I went to the Necrogoblicon Goblin Mode tour. And that is Inferi, which I haven't really heard much of them before then, but they're fucking awesome. Like, they were amazing live. Hunt the Dinosaur, I've listened to them, you know, here and there through like over the years, but yeah, seeing them live, that was pretty fucking badass too. Aether Realm, they were pretty good if you like the Skyrim, like I guess medieval style metal, almost like Camelot in a way, but Camelot's a little softer. But I mean, Aether Realm was really good. I mean, I liked it a lot. I like that Skyrim, like medieval, like Middle Earth, you know, like basically like Lord of the Rings metal, I guess you could say. But other bands other than that, I mean, I listen to a lot of hardcore as well. I like Kubla Khan, Knocked Loose, you know, I love that, you know, hardcore style music. Terror, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I listen to a lot of that. I mean, as far as outlaw country goes, I mean, obviously, you know, Chris Christopherson, Willie Nelson, basically the Highwaymen, Johnny Cash, Waylon. Basically any like older outlaw country music I love. A lot of newer country artists I like too, like Sturgill Simpson, Tyler Childers. I love them. They're freaking awesome. Billy Strings, Marcus King, like all those guys are freaking awesome. I listen to them a lot. Pop music, I mean, a lot of people make fun of me, but Taylor Swift's new album is pretty fucking rad. I like it. I mean, it's not really a new album anymore. It's been out for about 7-8 months now or something like that, but I liked it. When I worked in the place I worked before I work now, I listened to music all night on my headphones and everything while I was working, and I listened to that new album like 7 or 8 times in a row whenever it came out. My wife was like, what the hell, I thought you hated Taylor Swift. I'm like, well, the older stuff I never really liked all that much, but yeah, that newer album is not too bad. I liked it. I still listen to it here and there. Obviously, I mean, if you've followed my Instagram or anything for any amount of time, you know that me and my wife also both love Ghost. Ghost gets a lot of hate because of all the metal elitists that want to be like, that's not metal, like, no one gives a fuck, dude. Who gives a shit? No one gives a fuck what you think is metal and what you think isn't. We listen to it either way. And no one is really, I mean, there are some people that call it ghost metal, but most people who know what they're talking about really don't call it metal anyway. It's just rock. That's all it is. I mean, that's like calling Alice Cooper metal. Alice Cooper's not metal, which we've seen him recently. We saw him last year in Chattanooga. He's still kicking it old for, or kicking it well for an old dude. And he still gets up there on stage and still does his thing, and it's still just as good of a show as it ever has been. I've seen Kiss multiple times as well. Of course, I mean, they're doing their farewell tour that they've done about 9 times now. Every tour they do, they say, oh, it's our last tour, and then they end up going on another tour right after it. But yeah, I mean, speaking of, you know, music and all that kind of stuff, I see a lot of comments on Facebook and on, you know, videos of concerts and stuff like that, where people are like, oh, back in my day, we didn't have all these cell phones up in the air, and people were just living in the moment and enjoying it. And honestly, the people that act like that, y'all can suck my nuts because I paid money for this concert. If I want to record with my phone, I will fucking record with my phone. You mind your fucking business. A lot of people like to have those memories. They like to take video of the concert so they can go back and watch it later and say, hey, that was an awesome show. I got really drunk. I don't really remember a hell of a lot from it, but I have this video to remind me. So, I mean, if, like, I understand, like, if you got someone right in front of you with their phone, like, up above their head the whole fucking time and it's blocking your view. I get that. I try to keep mine at least eye level or maybe, like, forehead level when I'm recording. I try not to put my hands, like, way above my head like some of these people do. But I mean, I don't film the whole time either. I might film like a part of a song here and there just to be like, okay, yeah, that was, you know, this is one of my favorite songs, I'm gonna record part of it. I don't ever really record like an entire song. I don't record the entire set. Like, I don't do any of that stuff. But I mean, if you do, that's you. I mean, if you want to do it, awesome. I like to go watch the YouTube videos of people who recorded the whole show, and I wouldn't be able to do that if they didn't record it. So if you're one of those old fucks that are always talking about like, oh, live in the moment, you put your phones down, blah, 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 suck a dick. No one gives a shit. You enjoy it by just going and enjoying it and no phones in your hand or whatever. You enjoy it that way. If someone else wants to record some songs from the concert, mind your fucking business. There's only a couple of things that annoy me at concerts, and I guess that'll be something I'll go over now. That fucking hole in the ground always sneaks up on me. But yeah, I mean, that's something I'll go over now, is the types of people at concerts that actually do annoy me. For one, is really stinky people. If you smell bad and you can't even shower before the concert, then dude, stop coming to concerts. No one wants to smell your stinky ass for 2, 3, 4 hours. Like, that's one thing I can't stand, is a stinky person that, you know, comes to a show. Especially, I mean, if you're in the pit, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be moving around so much, you're probably not going to smell the same guy twice. But I mean, if you're in seats, you're sitting like in the stands, and you're sitting in a seat and you got somebody beside you that fucking stinks, like, you can't go anywhere. You're stuck there the whole time. So that's one thing I can't stand there, is stinky people at concerts. Another thing I can't stand is people who get seat tickets and actually get a section, a row, a seat to be able to sit down and enjoy the show, and then they want to stand the entire fucking show. I mean, I get it, you're going to a show, whether it be a metal show, rock show, whatever, standing, you know, whatever, who gives a shit. But don't get a fucking chair if you're going to stand. I got a seat because my fucking back hurts. I don't want to stand for 4 hours. That fucking kills me. I can't do that anymore. I used to do that all the time. Any shows that I go to where you have to stand, like obviously Goers, I get towards the front so I can get sprayed with blood and all that kind of stuff. But I have to be somewhere up against a railing to where I can lean into it because I can't stand for that long. So people who get a seat, pay money for a ticket for a seat and then stand the whole fucking time, like, dude, seriously, sit your ass the fuck down. Like, we came here to sit. That's why we got these seats. If you wanted to stand, you should have bought standing room tickets. So that's something else I can't stand. Another thing I can't stand, which I hope I have enough time here, this GoPro here is already down to 0 battery. This one on my head is still going, so we'll see. I'll try to finish this up as quick as I can. But something else I can't stand are tall people who push their way to the front and stand in front of you. Like, I get it. If you got there before me, that's my fault that I'm having to stand behind you. But it's not always that way. We've been to concerts before to where we've got there early to get towards the front, and then some tall ass dude just pushes his way towards the front, gets in front of everybody, and then nobody behind him can see. If you want to be up front, get there earlier. Don't shove your way past and you're taller than everybody and then you block everybody's view that's behind you. So that's something else I can't stand, are tall motherfuckers who come in and stand right in front of people. But yeah, I mean, that's a handful of the concert goers that I can't stand. Most of the time I don't mind, you know, what people are doing, if they're dancing or doing whatever. I don't really give a shit, because I mean, it's a concert, you're there to have fun. But those 3 types of people there are people who are there and ruining everyone's fun. No one wants to smell your stinky ass. No one wants you standing in front of their seat whenever they bought a seat ticket for a fucking reason. And no one wants your tall ass to push in front of everybody and stand right in front of the shortest fucking person there. Like, my wife is short. Dude at the Goers show just walked right up, shoved past us. He had a little kid with him. And I guess he was like, when the little kid wants to get blood on him, well, fuck that little kid. Move him to the side. Get over to the edge. Go stand where the other tall people are and then hold the kid up. But I was like, just because you have a little kid with you doesn't give you like authority or the, I guess the benefit or whatever the word I'm looking for to move to the front and push everybody out of the way and stand right in front of the shortest person in that crowd. That's something I can't stand. If you wanted to be that close, you should have got there on time like everyone else did. But anyway, I guess that'll be the end of this video because my batteries are dying. I need to start remembering to bring my battery eliminator. The battery in this thing is shitty. That thing died quick. It's already at 0 battery. It's going to die here in a second. This one on my head is, I think I still got 1 bar left on it. But I really need to start remembering my battery tender. Like this one here, or my battery eliminator. This one here I could run from the camera down into the, like under the seat and plug it into the battery tender. So that way it's tucked away. But the one on my head I need to run my battery charger into my pocket. I was going to tell her to go get some water. I'll tell her to call me in a second. But anyway, before this battery dies, I guess I'll go ahead and sign out. And as always, yeah, you know, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell everybody you know. Share my Instagram, share my YouTube, share anything on my social media. Like, share it around. Just let people know, hey, check out this dude on YouTube. He's an idiot. Yeah, but anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And as always, have yourself a nice day.